Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, your libido doc today. We're going to talk today about a way to enhance intimacy and enhance foreplay in your everyday life. Foreplay is so important, and most people think of foreplay not totally correctly. Oftentimes we think of foreplay as that act that we do 5 minutes before we start the big act, right? So essentially, foreplay in couples that have a very passionate sex life that I work with, one thing that I see very, very commonly across the board is that foreplay is something that is happening a lot of the time. From the moment people leave the bedroom, there's types of foreplay that are happening until they're back in the bedroom again. And so essentially what we want to remember is foreplay, we can look and extrapolate what it is and actually define it as essentially that flirtatious type of act that allows people to basically get more excited and get in that mood, that creates that dopamine, that allure, that drive that we talk about in other videos. So I always like to really work to help people bring in more foreplay into their everyday activities, right? Because I know so many of the people I work with are so busy and oftentimes overwhelmed. So activities that help bring in more foreplay oftentimes need to be brought into the day-to-day life, things that you don't have to feel like you have to do this extra thing because oftentimes people are just slammed. So exercise is a really fun foreplay tool. So I want to talk about this today and what I mean by that. So one, the basics are just things like, okay, well, you work out together, you're getting in shape, you're working on your physical body. All of that can, of course, create allure. And when you're feeling better in your body, typically you feel better in the bedroom, you feel better naked, you have more energy, more stamina, more flexibility, all these various things, right? But that's an added bonus. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is how to actually use your gym type of exercise as a way of really creating that hot desire. So essentially, what I would recommend is have some sort of secret language or words, basically some sort of sign or some word that only you guys know what it actually means. And the idea is really flirt and talk at a gym, maybe across the gym, maybe as you're walking by, and you're saying these things, which is about like what you're excited about to explore sexually with your partner later. So you're saying these things, but it's covert, right? Nobody knows what you're saying because you have these special words around it, which can sound silly. But again, remember, we're talking about ways that are interesting to create novelty, and that novelty creates that dopamine. And so sometimes this flirtatious type of being in public and talking about these things that typically are like very not social etiquette to say loudly in front of other people, right? But now you can because nobody knows what you're talking about. And there can be this allure that really happens with that. So this is one idea out of many basically that we can come up with of how to bring more of this energy into your day-to-day life, how to flirt, how to create this foreplay, how to create this desire. So by the time you guys get ready to have more deep intimacy, that there's already this build, that those hormones are already charged, right? That excitement level is already at a yellow, right? A yellow and orange, right? So you don't have to build so much because you've been building that excitement and that desire all along. So I would love if anybody has fun little things like this that they do, if they could drop those in the comments. Everybody responds to things differently, right? So the more different ideas we have on flirtatious ways, these types of things I'm talking about here, that you can do to bring more novelty into relationship. Let's trade ideas because this is a really important thing, a really important concept, and I know different people will resonate with different things. So thanks again for listening and for your participation. If you want to work with me in any of my group programs for support with this, you can find information about that below in the show notes. Please do subscribe. I'm your libido doc. I'll see you in another video.